You love your work, but here's the truth. Your job has you trapped. If you want true freedom, you don't need to quit your job. You just need a simple system. You make good money, but you're stuck in an office, you're stuck in long commutes, you have a short period of time for lunch, and you don't feel like you're living your life to your full potential. And when you look at where you live or where you want your kids to go to school, you feel like you need to make millions of dollars to provide the life you think you deserve. So you decided to work harder, longer hours, and it worked. You got all the income you wanted. So you created income freedom, but not life freedom. You're stuck in routines and expectations. And the longer that you decide to stay stuck just means it's the longer you're deciding to live your life by default. I'm Zach Pittman. I used to drive 2.5 hours, 3 times a week, to and from on the same day to get to work. I used to take my lunch breaks and work on my side hustle because I knew I needed extra income to afford everything since everything is continuously getting more expensive. That's when I decided to move abroad and provide myself and my family with the life we deserved by focusing on creating systems that would support that lifestyle. Now I live in Spain, and the digital systems provide the funds that we need to live what I think to be a better life than what we had in the US. Now I help high-achieving professionals design the same thing for themselves. The secret to location freedom isn't luck, it's by design. It's about building systems to work for you, because the mistake we make is we build a business, but we don't have the business work for us, we work for the business. So I created a simple system that I call Freedom by Design Framework, and this allows you to set up proper systems to reach a life of freedom. And it's quite simple. Part 1 is coming up with clarity. This is deciding where you want to go, how much income you need, what your life should look like, so you know exactly where you're headed. When we know where we're heading and we audit what we have, we use what I call to be a CAD matrix. It's KADD. And this stands for keep, automate, delegate, and delete. You're going to analyze the resources you have or the tasks you need to be working on continuously and begin deciding which ones you should keep, automate, delegate, and delete. You decide the bucket where those tasks and things fall depending on the value assigned. Once we've gained clarity, now we can start focusing on our systems in part 2. You need systems because they buy you time. You need systems because it allows you to be where you want to be when you want to be there. In today's age, that means everything's going to be digital. So you need digital systems that run on automation, which could be emails, it could be lead generation, it could be follow-up, it could be organization, it could be delegation. It's deciding based on your current situation what systems work the best. This is the key to working anywhere. Take one of my past clients, for example. He was working a hands-on job, traveling up the East Coast from his house, anywhere from Boston down to Florida, doing work, and he'd be gone for 2 weeks at a time. And he owned a home kind of in the middle, but was never there. This was a W-2 job, but he learned he could actually be a subcontractor doing the same work and take jobs so much closer to home that he would be back every single night. So he decided to do the same work, but be a subcontractor, which freed up a lot of time and allowed him to be where he wanted to be. But he took it a step further, which was to then rent out the rooms in his house, redesign the entire basement into a suite so he could rent out the basement as well, and then find a way to have other workers do his subcontractor work, and then got a job abroad because he's an English speaker in an area that needed English speaking workers. By looking at the whole system of a way to get the income almost passively and oversee it, but then finding a way to get abroad and still earn money, but that would allow him to get the visa, this whole plan allowed him to create this freedom life that he was looking for. And because he has all this other income, he could choose how many hours he decided to work in the hands-on job being abroad. Now, when you do go abroad, the third thing you need is connection, because you need a network of people to help you, because you will lack knowledge in specific areas like real estate, housing, taxes, legal laws for sure. So you need a network of professionals to help you with the journey. Having this network creates stability in your life. You don't have to stay trapped in this successful life you think that you have built. If you've made it this far in the video, you know there's more to life than what you're doing right now, because you might wake up in the morning imagining yourself hearing the waves of the ocean. You might picture yourself stepping out to your balcony, having coffee while you stare at a mountain range. When you're waking up into a relaxed state and then going into maybe 2 hours of focused work, then having a lunch and exploring the city, knowing that you have these systems that are running in the background for you, and then what you're doing is basically managing and overseeing everything. It's not fully passive, it could be, but depending on how far and how successful you want your location dependent business to be, you didn't have the control of how much time you put in or don't. This is freedom by design, not luck. It's living life on purpose. If you're ready to stop living your life by default and live it on purpose, then leave this in the comments. Once you achieve location independence, what is the country that you would love to work from?